the Kenyan people and William Ruto are done. That relationship is done beyond repair. He will put up as many photo ops and props in status as he wants. But that will not change. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, for as long as the economy is bleeding, the people cannot be rested. They will not rest. They will still come out to agitate and to demand. And they will reject the legacy politics that has caused this pain. And the response of the legacy politicians, you can see it. Buy motor border borders, put up a stage in State House, try to gaslight people that you have solved their problems. Then when they go back home, they find the problems are sitting comfortably waiting for them.
How long can then this one-term chance be sustained?
For as long as the Kenyan people are alive, they will sustain it. Until the day they achieve.
And you believe that there will be enough to drive the president out of State House in the next general election?
There will not be enough. There will be more than enough.
Tired of the same old shopping experience? Step into a smarter way to shop with Whiteson Group, Kenya's go-to online store for quality you can trust. From gadgets and homeware to everyday essentials, we deliver convenience right to your door. Fast shopping, secure payments, and top-notch customer care, all in one place. Visit whitesongroup.com today. Whiteson Group, simple, reliable, delivered.
A very good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Candid Talk here on Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. My name is Evan Sokinyi. It's my pleasure to have you on board on Kenya's most comprehensive political and public governance analysis show. Definitely, we are always on the ground trying to look at all that is happening in our country and bring you up to date with comprehensive analysis of the same. Our duty here is to make you understand some of these policies that the government is making and the kind of impact that they have in your life. Remember, we also look at the political landscape of the country, and we'll be more than glad to have a conversation with you as well. This day, I'm joined here by my resident guest, of course, as cool as always, Wakili Willis Otieno. How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you. Yes.
How is it going?
Everything is okay, but it's still one term.
We're waiting for the arc to hit the ground moving. We are not seeing it yet. What's
the
not
ark
happening?
is coming. Noah has finished building the ark. Safina is ready. It's ready to set sail and to save the people from economic pain that they are going through. It's about economic liberation of the people. That is what Safina Party stands for. The economy. It's the economy, stupid, as we always put it.
Okay. I want us to look at what is actually currently happening in the country. And it seems President William Ruto is alive to the fact that the kind of environment that is operating in right now, especially ranging all the way from last year after the Gen Z demonstrations commenced, is not actually good and maybe not favoring him at all. And somebody asked there, do you think that perhaps the president is not aware of what is happening and will not actually do anything to ensure that he wins back the trust of the people? We are here. We are looking at some of the things that the president has done so far. And of course, something that has caught my eye this particular week is that finally, the young people are able to occupy, of course, quote unquote, the house on the hill. They were able to do that upon the invitation of the president. It seems like the president is strategic enough in his moves to win back this constituency that he's been at loggerheads with. What do you make of, first of all, this particular move? Do you think that it will yield to and actually enable him win back the lost votes from that?
It is a lost cause. It's a lost cause. A lost cause in the sense that look at the kind of things he's doing, the so-called economic empowerment. At least the only thing that has happened is this. He has at least recognized that it's about the economy. He's come to our space. I've always told you here, it's the economy, stupid. He has now come to that discussion. He has abandoned his high horse, talking about legacy politicians and tribe. He's now trying to address the economic problem. And where it will not work for him, and I say his goose is cooked, look at his intervention. What he is proposing. His proposal is to buy hair dryers, car washing machines, motorbikes, and give them to young people and say, I've economically empowered you. Buy them sausage vending machines and my iboilo vending machines. And you say, now this young man is economically empowered. No, it's beyond that. It's deeper. The problem of our economy is the odious debt. The illegal debt that they took. Because of your books, 80% of your revenue, what you've collected from the people of Kenya, you are spending it on debt finance. You are borrowing illegally from the domestic market. You are taking loans at high interest rates. And those loans are not applied to any project as provided for in our laws. Those laws will attract interest. If already you are spending 80% of your revenue on debt finance, you will have to go back to the same Kenyan people you've given hair dryers and sausage vending machines to raise their taxes, charges, and levies so that you are able to pay for these illegal loans. And then this intervention itself, it does not touch everybody. How many people, for example, live in Nairobi? You are talking of a Nairobi city that has a population of almost 8 million. Of these 8 million people, you've bought 300 border borders. How does that impact the economy of the people of Nairobi? So what you are witnessing in State House are props for photo ops. And you hope to hoodwink Kenyans that now at least we are doing something to respond to the economy. It cannot work. The number of people who own border borders here in the city are very few. And even those who own them find what the main problem for border borders is in this city. I'll tell you, off the block, the number one problem that border borders face is the question of the cost of that motorbike that they are buying on credit. The value that they end up paying is almost 4 times the value if they are buying it cash. Why? Because predatory loan sharks are making them, feeding off their desperation, forcing them to pay an amount per day for almost 5 years. A motorbike that was worth 130,000 Kenya shillings, you end up paying 500,000 Kenya shillings by the time you're through with servicing the loan. Why? Why do you have such exorbitant interest rates? That's the question. It is exorbitant because lenders prefer to lend money to government. Because government is borrowing illegally from the domestic market at a high interest rate of above 10%. In fact, average of 14%. They don't want to lend to Kenyans. They prefer to lend to government. So when a private Kenyan goes there, citizen goes there, his interest rate is higher. So if you wanted to economically change the lives of everybody here, stop borrowing from the domestic market.
Is it actually possible to change the lives of everybody all at once? Because
yes, and
the
I'm
government
giving.
here is talking of changing lives. Of course, they're talking of one life at a time, and therefore, for them, these are some of the measures that can help people.
So, Okinyi, if you are
yes.
going to change 200 lives per day, one at a time, 200 lives, the target is 8 million. When will you get to 8 million? Yeah. And even the ones that you think you're changing their lives, you'll give him a boda today. Tomorrow when he goes out to start his business, what is he facing? He's facing high education costs, right? He has to pay for his kids' school. He's paying high cost of living. He has to spend more when it comes to feeding his family. He's facing a shrinking earning capacity of his customers. They are not able to use the boda. People prefer to walk. majority of them cannot use the boda boda. So even his earning capacity per day has gone down. He's facing health challenges because Chef Shai is not working. So how have we empowered him? But our model, we are very clear. Stop borrowing from the domestic market. The banks have money. They need to earn interest. The banks will be begging every Kenyan to take a loan to innovate, to finance their innovation and their ideas. And we are going to see an exponential growth driven by the private sector here.
Okay.
Our problem is not going to be lack of jobs. Our problem will be lack of workers. Just by that alone. Because now everybody has access to capital. They have this invention that they want to commercialize. They need skill sets to help work in their plant and machinery. And yet the population is as it is.
Okay.
Most of it is taken by other people who went to the market before them. Our problem will not be lack of jobs. Our problem will be we lack employees. Just by virtue of the fact that people are able to access capital. And what you're talking about here, the domestic debt stock is 8 trillion Kenya shillings, of which from the banks, the government has taken almost 6 trillion. Do you know what you could do with 6 trillion if Kenyans had access to that money? What it could do if that money was available to Kenyans to borrow at a lower interest rate. 3% interest rate, 4%. Kenyans will be demigods here. They'll be little kings. Because everybody now will be focused on building their enterprise.
Okay.
They have access to capital at a low interest rate. They'll be looking for new markets to expand the economic inventions. But if you're giving 200 boda bodas per day, or even every 1 month or 2 months, what impact?
There is something to do with understanding the electorate, and especially looking at the current economic situation in the country. And if you look at the level of desperation that the young people are actually facing right now, it seems that the president may actually politically understand the situation here. And that is why to some people he's actually giving out what we call political solutions to these problems, because once you bring in a number of young people, as he did at the time, and you remember that even during that particular event, of course, being termed as a youth empowerment stuff, but then it all turned out political. And of course, the president was talking about we are not going to listen to naysayers, those who are talking about politics of one term and the rest. So does it then therefore mean that perhaps the president understands that this is politics, and therefore he knows the best approach to reach these people, and then at the end of the day get votes, in as much as that would not actually trickle down to saving the country economy?
It will not get votes, because if you are keen, you saw the videos of the young people in State House when they got into their vehicles, the buses. They were singing one term.
Okay.
Yeah. Right from State House, they entered the vehicles, and as they were heading home, they were still saying one term.
Okay.
So they can also see the folly of what Ruto is trying to do to them. He's trying to use them as props. And they can see through it. These Kenyans are demanding for better.
So for William Ruto, he understands now, because what he's practicing now is the politics of tokenism. That is what we're looking here, where people are given handouts.
Yes,
and,
and it is not working.
What makes you think that it's not working?
I have just told you, right outside State House, there were forward travelers, which had ferried people to State House. You saw videos of people who were inside those forward travelers as they were heading home, shouting one term. So how did it work? If it was working, at least these are what you call the people who had a primary access to him on that day. On the very day, as they're heading home, they're still saying it is still one term. Mambo bado ni one term. So it means even them, they can see what you're trying to do to us. You're just trying to use us as props. You've not addressed our problem. Even the ones who are in State House, not all of them got anything apart from the handout that they were given for the day, which by the way is their right. That's their money. It's their right to take it. But they didn't get the boda bodas. They did not get the
I'm aware of
sausage
people
vending
who
machines.
got those the sewing machines and
But
other
not
things
everybody got it. That's the point
okay,
I'm making.
yeah, not everybody.
So, and even the ones who got it, 1 week down the line, they are going to be confronted with, I have a sewing machine, I have a boda boda. How comes I'm not getting more money? Yeah, you have the boda boda. So you're going to put it in a stage where there are other boda bodas. So if that stage was serving 50 clients per day, you've added your extra 5 boda bodas. These 50 clients are being shared amongst all of you.
Okay.
So people are going to go home with less money at the end of the day. So you've actually exacerbated the situation.
Okay.
And while at it, as the cost of living keeps going up, of the 50 clients you're serving per day, the number will reduce to 30. Now you have about motorbike and no clients. Has the problem been solved? It's not.
Okay.
So tokenism and props has a shelf life. That shelf life has been exhausted. Legacy politicians have done this before. They've used tokenism for the longest time to hoodwink the people of Kenya.
And they've successfully acquired power through that.
And they've done it before. And that is why you never seen in the history of Kenya people rising before to demand for a better economy. But the response of legacy politicians is try to take us back to that which the people have rejected. If it had worked, you would not have seen the Gen Z uprising, supported by all other Kenyans. So this tokenism that you are witnessing will not work.
Okay.
If it had worked, by now, you'll walk on the streets and find people very happy with the administration. In fact, ordinarily, Kenyans don't care about politics.
Okay.
Ordinarily. For the first time, why every Kenyan is caring about politics is because it's the economy. At the end of the day, when they end up on their dinner table, everybody is confronted with the size of that food plate.
Okay.
And the cost of making that food plate. How many are able to afford something to eat at the end of the day? And at what cost? That is why you are seeing more involvement in our political discussions from all Kenyans.
Let's talk about the source of the revenue that was actually spent in purchasing all these things. We have media reports just reporting on maybe the motorcycles alone, just a few of the goods, of course, almost amounting to 500 million shillings, excluding the tents and the chairs and all that. Really, we've been wondering, where does this money actually come from? Is it actually legal for the government to actually spend in such a manner without any clarity? Because so far the State House has not given a report on the clarity of the source of this particular money that was used in purchasing these items that was dispatched to the people.
The source of the money is the Kenyan people. It is the people that contributed that money through their taxes, charges, and levies. Then the next step is that money has been illegally misappropriated. It has not been used according to what the budget provides, what the Appropriations Act provides. There is no in the Appropriations Act that you'll find government is going to purchase this equipment to distribute. And it speaks to our governance malaise that we're suffering, of legacy politicians ignoring the set laws and doing things that are meant to stroke their egos. Create a platform, bring people as props, bring equipment as part of the props for photo ops. Then you tell the people that, oh, we've addressed your economic problem. And it's based on illegality. It cannot work. So the source is the people. It's your money. The process by which that money is being appropriated is illegal, not founded in any legal provision. Because the legacy politicians wants to get political capital out of that intervention. They will not. Even those young people, they know. That is their money. The only thing that has changed is now that they have not stolen it, all of it to apply it to their personal comfort. Part of it is now used for this in this program. So it's just the people also being given illegal goodies. But that does not change the minds of the voter. The voter is more interested in tangible economic solutions to this problem.
And that finally brings me to the final question as we end this conversation. Do you think that perhaps the hostility that was witnessed before against President William Ruto is actually slowly but surely simmering?
In your mind? but go to the people. The reasons why people came out and started agitating, why we are where we are, the reasons that informed this agitation, have they been addressed? They have not been addressed. The attempts to address them are exacerbating the situation. Just needs one trigger, and we are back to default settings. So it is in your mind that you may think that the Kenyan people have changed. But go here, ask people on the streets. Talk to Kenyans, as I do. And I can tell you, nothing has changed. People are still in that same space. The Kenyan people and William Ruto are done. That relationship is done beyond repair. He will put up as many photo ops and props in status as he wants. But that will not change. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, for as long as the economy is bleeding, the people cannot be rested. They will not rest. They will still come out to agitate and to demand. And they will reject the legacy politics that has caused this pain. And the response of the legacy politicians, you can see it. Buy motor borders, put up a stage in State House, try to gaslight people that you have solved their problems. Then when they go back home, they find the problems are sitting comfortably waiting for them. How does that solve how has that addressed the grievance? It does not.
Okay.
The grievances that led us out here, they are still there. And there's a promise of more pain coming from legacy politicians. But he has just promised you that very soon they are going to relook into capitation and funding of free education in this country. So you think because you gave people some equipment in State House, they are going to forget that now they have to bear the cost of education in this country? When you are seeing incidents of shift share, just paying a fraction, a measly fraction of healthcare costs, they are going to forget it. When you are demanding of unemployed youth and old grandmothers to pay the full 1-year subscription to qualify for shift share, that is going to make them now say that because you gave borders, we are going to forget this. It will not.
And of course, talking
When
about
you detain young mothers in hospitals who cannot afford to pay 10,000 Kenya shillings as delivery fees, now they are going to forget just because you gave somebody a border or another woman, you gave them a hairdresser machine. It can't.
And of course, talking about the shift share and all that is taking place within the health sector, I wonder what you make of the dismissive nature of the cabinet secretary involved, Eden Duale, dismissing letters as fake, and all these things are signed by the same ministry and the same department in charge of all these things here. And then for them, it's like it doesn't.
You see, when it's called to account, they want to face it. You'd rather Kenyans all assume that shift share is working and there are no issues. Because they've created their own ivory tower. Their make-believe world, that everything is okay. It is only the opposition, so to speak, who are complaining. But Kenyans are very happy. But when you ask them from internal documents themselves, you see him getting agitated. Agitated for who? Who is he shouting at? It's not his office.
Okay.
That's the people's office. He's a servant of the people. Can he respond to his employers? It's the people demanding those questions, not Nation Media Group. It is the people who are asking those questions, so they want accountability.
How long can then these one-term chants be sustained?
For as long as the Kenyan people are alive, they will sustain it. Until the day they achieve.
And you believe that they'll be enough to drive the president out of State House in the next general election?
They will not be enough. They will be more than enough.
Let's enter and see, Wakili. We wish you all the best with your team as you move around in this country, of course, in the political space of the great country, Kenya. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. And of course, do not forget that we are on the ground and will bring you up to date with comprehensive analysis of all that is taking place in our beautiful country, Kenya. Of course, on Sunday, we were at the Kasarani Stadium witnessing Harambee Stars team beat Morocco, of course, 1-0. And of course, that definitely means that we'll be heading all the way to the quarter-finals. Of course, we stand a better chance of doing that. Congratulations to the Harambee Stars led by our coach, Benny McCarthy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Till we have this conversation again, have yourself a lovely day. My name is Evans Okinyi.